Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And they had that one contained right at the line. Daquan Jones with the tackle on that play. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Going play action. May. He's on the move. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
May now on 3rd down. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic. Not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Extra point up and good from Bass. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching it, Kate, because now, well, they don't have to just worry about this guy catching as a receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
Got Williams, and it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Ed Oliver there to make the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 47. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then. And the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Operating from the gun, here's May. That's incomplete left side. Looking for the back that time. And it sets up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after taking this to the 26. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
He has the first over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Patriots will have a first down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots cut it to a load of points on the scoreboard. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Pressure coming. It's Allen. Escapes the pocket. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. They'll go. Allen. He's got it to his running back. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. They come through with 6 yards there, Brock, and they're rewarded with a new set of downs. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. Again, it's Cook. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. Another one for Cook. He still has room inside the 30. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Quite the opening drive they put together, partner. New set of downs all the way down to the 25. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Now a give to Cook, running left. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He's on the move. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On fourth down, Allen. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. It's the 2-minute warning now from Highmark. The Patriots looking for a score before halftime. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down. Back to the air, it's May. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. So the Bills going with a dime package now on 3rd down. To the air yet again, May. Brought in right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Buffalo calls it 2nd time out of the half. Patriots punt team coming out with former 6th-rounder Bryce Baringer to do the honors. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Bills will take over possession. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Flush down now to his left. Offense in the hurry up here.
Brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Alert, alert, alert. What's that?
Allen on 3rd and short. Lays out left side and gets it. Working quickly here. On 1st down, Allen. Complete to Shakir. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Alert, alert, alert.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
From the 28. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point of the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
What's that?
To throw again, it's Allen. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. That one vehemently swatted away. And now it's 2nd down.
Look out.
Again, Allen to the air. And that's going to be incomplete. Still time for a couple of plays, though. 15 seconds left.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Allen on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. This is Cook. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. Offense up to the line fast. Now Allen off the play action. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
To the air, 3rd and long. Completed left side to Samuel. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Play action now with Allen. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And that's good for a Bills first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run it with Cook. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
This is Cook on the handoff. And he gets this down to the 41 before being stopped. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Allen from the gun here on 3rd. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
The right call came in at the right time. Give him 9 yards and a successful conversion on 4th. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
32-yard line.
Now run by Cook. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Trying it left side with Cook. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. Tracked down by Robert Spillane. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
Is that?
Here's a give to Cook. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1.
Stop. Look out.
Looking to throw. Shakir with the grab. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
Here's Cook. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, the defenses in the league today, they have to be so reactive. They have to be so twitchy. But this was a good job by that front. Yeah, they reacted initially, but then they showed the burst, the quickness of pursuit defensively to limit that counter gain to less than 5.
And they take this in for the score. The Bills grow the lead coming out at halftime. It's a James Cook touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Pass now to kick this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Second down now, 7 to go. To throw, here's May. Escapes the pocket. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. May now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball, and they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. They get 27 on the play, and that's a New England 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's May. Oh no, the ball is loose! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Well, you can just see the QB scan against you. He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Now it's Cook. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Offense in the hurry up here. Allen on the play action. He put everything he had into this one. This is brought in at the 15. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills have a commanding 14-point lead now in the 4th. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Bass now to kick this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's May to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
May now on 3rd down. Throw complete to Williams. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Trying to push this past the marker. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving.
Come on now. Was there any doubt who they were going to go to right there? That was always going to be a run play. No problem converting on 4th.
To the air on 1st down. May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Fits it through the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
May on 1st and 10. He sends this one to the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Back to the air. It's May. That's taken in by Bell. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And 4th and 4 coming up. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. From the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete. thought he had a touchdown there. So it'll be second down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
That throw doesn't lead to 6. So they're left facing third and long. Now to throw. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the first quarter, the second quarter, third quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the fourth.
Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're first to 3. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Complete to Shakir. And this is down all the way to the 3. So Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's first and goal. Headed out right. And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Josh Allen, the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired.
He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. And the Patriots get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
27, Patriots 12. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Bass now to kick this away. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Bills are going to take over after the interception.
Well, that's now his 2nd time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the 2nd on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football. We got ourselves a 3-score game now after that make. It's got to feel like it's going to just about do it with any hopes of a comeback still smoldering. I think these kickers enjoy those opportunities, Kate, to be the one to kick this lead out of range.
And this won't affect the outcome, but a positive note to end it as he scores as time expires. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches, as much as this one did this offseason, each looking for their own wrinkle to try to throw in there and do what we just saw, break it the length of the field for 6 big points.